Tesla's new V4 superchargers are so fast, or have the potential to be so fast, it's very likely they will bankrupt much of their competition. Now, yes, today there's a scarcity. There's not enough companies, not enough chargers, and therefore these smaller companies installing these slow speed chargers, they can stay in business, and they're getting a lot of incentives from the government. When those incentives run out, when there's a massive saturation of chargers, we're looking at 400, 500, 600 kilowatt plus chargers everywhere. Well, yeah, good luck to these guys. I feel sorry for them because, frankly, their business will simply die. At Fully Charged Live, I had the fortunate privilege of speaking to a number of people who own or work closely with charging companies. Unfortunately, charging companies in most places worldwide don't actually make a profit. They rely on government subsidies to actually make their business work. But those government subsidies won't last forever. Tesla's V4 superchargers some of them just open up to non-Tesla electric cars. We're talking about version 4, which are only just become available. And already Tesla is saying, you know what? Yep, the Electric Viking is right. We want to become the new Exxon Mobil of filling up your car. I'm not joking. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. It's great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. As I've said a few times on the channel, Tesla plans to become the largest distributor of energy in the world. That includes making a cut on all the big batteries they're installing worldwide, which they're doing. You don't think they're doing that just out of the goodness of their hearts, do you? Of course, these massive battery pack installations that they put all around the world, they help governments. Tesla has the software that pretty much no one else has to make these things kill off peaker plants. Peaker plants are terrible for the environment. They're terrible for you in particular because they cost... People don't realize this, but generally the key reason you pay a lot for your electricity is the cost of peaker plants. When they've got to come on a lot, you pay a boatload of money. They're literally like about 70 to 80 times more expensive than normal electricity. Tesla's new big battery packs, they kill off those peaker plants really, really fast. You've seen where they've been installed. Peaker plants just die within the space of about 12 months to 2 years maximum before they just give up and say, yeah, okay, it's all over. So Tesla makes a cut from those. That's a lot of money. Tesla is putting batteries in underneath their supercharger stations, right? It's going to get energy much cheaper. It'll take energy from the grid or from its own solar panels installed on roofs, and then it will sell it back to you, my friend, the EV owner, at a massive margin. I'm not talking, gasoline margins are about 5% max 5%, right? Tesla wants to sell electricity to you at more like a 70 to 80% margin. That's massive. And if Tesla already has 45,000 superchargers and they're installing thousands per month, imagine how many they're going to have by the end of the decade. People are really writing off this. They don't even realize this is happening. But part of that plan clearly is not just to sell electricity to Tesla cars. I'm pretty sure that this was always part of Tesla's plan. They just wanted to make it exclusive at the start to get people to buy Teslas, to be a little bit of a cream on top of the cake to get you to buy one. And then they, decided, well, by the time we have that mass adoption, then when other companies are making EVs and it's actually worth our time on opening them to other car companies, then we will do so. That's what they're doing now. Tesla's first V4 supercharging stations, while there's one with 16 stalls in the Netherlands, is now open to non-Tesla EVs, and it charges at a very fast speed. Tesla initially launched this station for Tesla EVs only on the 15th of March, but less than a month later, it was already open for other EVs. Opening the station for non-Tesla EVs is the main point of the introduction of the V4 stalls, say Tesla, which are equipped with longer cables to reach charging inlets in different locations. Get ready for things like pickup trucks, even all kinds of vehicles. Tesla's very well aware that not everyone drives a car. There's a whole market, a massive market out there for these kinds of vehicles. Think about this, right? The quicker this stuff happens, the better off we all are, but the better off Tesla is too. So Tesla initially completed some tests on the 8th of April to make sure these chargers work for all EVs, and then they opened them up. This non-Tesla supercharging pilot is currently available at select stations in 15 European countries, Australia, and the United States. In terms of V4 superchargers, Inside EV said that they are the future and will be installed not only in Europe, but also in North America and all over the world. Now, yeah, of course, why on earth would you install old technology? Tesla, in fact, have a big factory in the US and a big factory in China manufacturing these supercharger stations. In fact, they manufacture way more than any other company in the world. It's worth considering this if you're going to critique Tesla and say they're just an automotive company. Do you know any other automotive companies that have 45,000 gas pumps? That's the equivalent of what this is. It's actually more than that. It's better than that, because so many of these gas pumps, they're powering pretty much themselves by putting in these massive mega packs underneath them to store energy. Whether or not they get that energy from the grid at low rates at 2 a.m. in the morning, or whether they get that from their own solar panels, it's another question. But the point is here, this is actually commercially starting to pay off for Tesla. They're starting to really make money from this. Now, here's what we know about them. V4 stalls are taller than V3, and they have a cable attached at the top. Cable length, V4 has a longer cable. It is 9.5 to 9.8 feet long, 2.9 to 3 meters. Versus the old 6 to 6.5 feet of the version 3 version. Now, that's a lot longer. That's big. That 3 meters or 10 feet. Clearly, they're prepping for some pretty big vehicles to use these. Power output. Initially, they were 250 kilowatt. Old V3 chargers, can't believe I'm saying V3s are old, they haven't been out for that long. They were 250. These ones will be 350. But it's theoretically possible, considering the amps that they can hold, that they can do 615 kilowatt, 615. So Tesla's saying, you know what, 350 is about the limit of where cars are at now, but let's not make these for today. Let's make these for 3, 4, 5 years into the future. What's the charging standard? In Europe and in much of the rest of the world, V4 are compatible with CCS2 charging standard. In North America and some other countries, V4 come with the Magic Dock or built-in CCS1 adapters to support Tesla's proprietary charging standard called NACS, and of course CCS1 compatible EVs. Now, Tesla calls their charging in North America the North American standard. I mean, I don't know if that'll catch on, but it could. If Tesla build out enough of these to become the dominant owner, let's say they have more than 50% market share, then they would be the standard. That's very true. Now, when I say market share, I'm talking market share of ultra fast speed EV chargers. No one's going to want to go and use their 50, 100 kilowatt chargers in 5 years. They're not going to think about this. It's like installing a gas station where you've got to stand there for 30 minutes to pump your car with gas, or going to a gas station you can pump your car with gas in 5 minutes. Would you really go and spend 30 minutes? Right? You wouldn't do that. These old 50 to 100 kilowatts chargers, they will be obsolete by the end of the decade. Basically, what they're installing, they should stop it. They're still doing it today. It's honestly a waste of time and money, because yes, today there's not enough chargers, but by the time we get to 2030, it's going to be like China. There's more than, there's way more than 1 million chargers there's millions of chargers in China. And that's what we're going to get to, saturation. When we have saturation, people will choose the best product. If the best product is a Tesla supercharger can charge at 600 kilowatt, you're going to go with that if your car can handle it, because cars will be able to handle it by 2030. So you've got to consider this when you think about what you're investing in. If you've got to invest in a charging company, what speed are their chargers, right? Will anyone want to use them in 5 years? How often do they get broken? The average charging network is down 60% of the time. That's also a big advantage of Tesla's chargers. Now, I sound like a Tesla shill here, and I guess I am. I don't make any money from saying this stuff. I'm just saying it like I see it. Because realistically, I think everyone is on the same boat here. We all agree the supercharging network is clearly the best. It's actually worth, if you're invested into another charging network, if you're working for one, if you own one, it's worth thinking, do I have a chance against this behemoth who have $22 billion in cash just sitting in the bank, and they're spending it on this stuff? My friends, thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Bye-bye.